What I always saw coming up was if it was a military movie, it was either us in combat killing or dying, or guys coming back home and having a problem. And they're great warfighter movies. I mean, they show what we do. Some people are like, I don't want to see that kind of deal. And then the other side is they're coming home, man, and the guys are kind of busted down and they're just, I don't want to see that either, man. There's not too many of those in-between kind of films. And I don't think that's Hollywood's fault at all. American curiosity for the military drives movies, right? I kind of shoulder a lot of that blame myself because of how introverted we are in the military when we come back. And that's nothing personal, man. That's just, hey, you know what, man, you don't want to hear about that. You know what I'm saying? And people ask because, you know, Americans care about each other. You know, hey, man, you want to talk about it? And you know what, man, not really. I mean, just never talked about it because we're at home and you want to talk about happy thoughts. I think that what this movie does is, man, it kind of brings you into the fold, into how we perceive things. And you watch it, and yeah, is it dark? Sure it is, man. But I mean, our humor's got to be dark because of the life we live in. During that, now we come back and I'm married now and kids, and I integrated back into society. And I watch it and I'm like, man, you know, that's crazy. I don't know if I could do that. That kind of thing. It's that mindset we have to deal with while we're there. We're just that type of American. We're the warfighters. You know what I mean? Every American is unique and they bring something to the table. Now that's ours. So when we go do our thing, we come back, we integrate. It should be seamless. But you know, I mean, war is hell, and so are human emotions. Everything gets twisted up, man, and people just are apprehensive about saying anything. And I think we mitigate a lot of that by putting that on the screen. I mean, who better to make fun of ourselves than ourselves? Let me tell you something, to make it into our community, you have to laugh at yourself. You're not gonna make it if you don't. I think if we show everybody that whole deal, because Americans aren't naive or dumb or anything like that, man, they'll always show respect because they get it. And look, I'm no different than anybody else. I'm not special in any way. I like to tell the guys who've been in the military and the girls who've been in the military, they're kind of down on themselves, man. Remember what you were when you came in. Nothing's changed. Don't ever forget that. Remember that fire in your gut, what you wanted to be in the SEAL teams, you wanted to be in the Special Forces, you wanted to be in the Marines. Don't come home and forget that, because you're still a Marine. Once a Marine, always. You're not always Navy SEAL, but I never forget what I learned there. And man, that makes me sharp every day. What we got to do and who we become when we're over there is completely different than who we are when we're back home. I remember when my mother saw Lone Survivor for the first time, she was like, man, there sure was a lot of cuss words. I'm not the man I am when I'm around you. That guy doesn't exist. That's what you have to remember, man. These guys that you're seeing do this movie and are back home, man, they don't exist over there. You can't exist like that over there, you'll die. You gotta put that, you know, that face on, man, to where at all costs, I'm gonna be the one standing. That's that mentality we have to have. And you know, we shut it off when we get back. Can't fight a war forever, man. I tried to fight the thing as long as I could, man, but you know, as soon as you unplug from it, that's exactly what you need to do. You need to unplug from it. And yeah, some guys can't. That's why the vets are around, man. We kind of like, hey, you know, snap out of it. We're back home, man, eating ice cream. I watched cable TV last night, and nobody tried to kill me. You know, I had a shower every day instead of every 2 months kind of deal. I just put everything into perspective, man. I hold my trident in my highest regard. It keeps me balanced and keeps me focused. I miss the idea of war more than I miss war. Some guys just pigeonhole themselves into being by themselves. Man, that's the worst thing you can do. You weren't by yourselves in the military. You go home and be by yourself, man. Call a buddy up. I mean, I call my friends up all the time, and I don't talk about, hey, I'm having a bad day. I'm like, man, did you see that TV show? You know, it's something totally obscure about, all I want to do is talk. That's it. That's the secret. That's my secret. That's the trick, I guess.